Hello everyone, we are back with our brain damage HB, which is yet to do too much brain damage, up against Kit, against discitizen, who I think I played recently enough, possibly the Kit deck as well. Opening hand allows us to rush out agendas, but has no money at all. So I think we mulligan. No ice either. This is significantly better. We can get our Victor up, we can get our next bronze, we can get advanced assembly lines. Things are looking better. Now, so opening turn is install, take a credit, and then we can use it, gain even more money, get an next bronze down. Seems good. Hopefully we can find ourselves a Marcus Baddie soon enough to stick behind the Victor, just to do a little more brain damage. And aside from that, there we go. So Aaron down early, and Katie Jones. So they're going to be able to get themselves built up nice and quickly. For ourselves, we could rush behind the next bronze. It seems okay. So install this, install the agenda, install next bronze. Take a credit, I think. Good to leave a bit of mystery as to what the last card is. So they will not be in a position to challenge this. It also allows us to get a next piece of ice up early in case of drawing next wave 2. At the moment we're doing a test of reflexes where we have to use this before they start their, or as they start their turn. Using when you start turn. Now at least it's less of a test of reflexes as they make a run. So this deck so far is supposed to do brain damage, but it's not. I don't think it's focused as much as maybe it should be. Or maybe it makes it a little more competitive. However, after the last game, I did stick in an Edge of World because it's the same influence as New Orleans EMP, but it's also a bit funnier. You can do a good bit of brain damage at once, and secondly, you can put a bit of fear into a runner as well. So if you have a 2 even iced server, and you get Edge of World down, they may be less willing to run it. Even if they've seen one in R&D and trashed it, there's always the chance it's around. Also feeds into the advanced assembly line strategy, not so much the friends and I places. It's not one that you want to be going, hey, over here, this is Edge of World, don't run this. But otherwise then, influence is used on Marcus Baddie. We have 2 of them to stick in behind things like Victor. Zed could also be an okay target if they're running maybe Cipher or other good hardware that's good to trash. Or just the usual, stick it behind an Ichi, blow up their rig. Seems okay. So our next turn, I think we just draw up. We have plenty of money, which we don't really need just yet. Everything here is pretty cheap and cheerful. But drawing up before they get breakers and before they get all their various bits and pieces down seems like a good idea. Now, next bronze there was okay. Probably a risky strategy considering Kit knows everything's going to be a code gate. And all our code gates are at the bottom, so placement wise, it's probably really bad. Fairchild though could do work as well. They can click through it, that is the thing. But it means they wouldn't be able to install either. So yeah, let's go for the rush. We can afford to install or res both of these and score. They can take 9. They still have to install a code gate breaker. And then have to have enough money to get through as well, which seems unlikely. So an entire code-git breaker or code-git server could be okay. Cyber would be a pain. It's cheap to install. It is cheaper to go through. It cost 4 for this, 1 for this. But if we get this scored, it puts us in a really good position. 4 points already. We do play global food, so we could slam this game out nice and early. With, again, no brain damage applied. So, sorry if you've been watching for brain damage or you really want to see people brained, as the deck name implies. But sometimes you gotta play with the cards that are dealt to you. Astrolabe probably isn't going to be too much good, I don't think. But they will have plenty of RMR encounters very soon. Magnum Opus hits the bin. They are very poor, but Katie's fully loaded as well, so it seems like it'd be good to get that down. Another beta test. So we'll score this. We won't fire it because it's a very sketchy fire. And unfortunately I've had too many of those go the wrong way. So again, next turn we could stick in a beta test. They will have a lot more money though. If we find another piece of ice, I think it needs to be another Colgate at this stage. Or even another piece of next ice, because at least they get expensive regardless. Multi-threader. Oh yes, now I remember this deck. It's a paintbrush kit. So you can just surf through various barriers. Now, Mark's Batty could do a brain damage here. Yeah, I like this. So we'll put this into server 3 and put in the Daedalus with it. We can afford to take our time, I think. We have Biotic Labourers in the deck as well, so beta test doesn't have to go anywhere just yet. If they run, we can res Fairchild. We can res Marcus Batty. And they are drawing frantically. So there's Refractor. So a run here would be okay. Oh, they're not going to do it. Alright. We will res Daedalus. Let that tick away. So basically, next silver is the sketchy one. We do want to play it. We do want to get it up and running. But it could be a little more costly. Let's draw. Let's draw. Let's install Advanced Assembly Lines in a new remote. They get the Astrolabe draw, but what can you do? We get the credit at least for ETF. We can use it to install Adonis as well, so if they don't run... Where are they running? Server 4. The Apex background is a bit dicey for this. Whoops. So it's much harder to see these arrows. Where's MC? So it's going to take a while to get out of refractor range. This is okay as well. It'd be nice if we could find ice. So I'll draw once for an ice. Amazing. And I think it's just money and money again. Or do we put the next silver out here? Yeah, that seems good. Again, take full advantage of the ETF credit. Why not? So there's Paintbrush. There was also Surfer in this deck, I believe. So they have to get a piece of ice rezzed. And then they can try and surf through. Or just use code gates to get through. Marcus Batty again. You want R&D then. So let's fire things all over the place. Put you into server 5, you into server 5, and you into R&D. Now we're getting our engine up and running. Defective brain chips, we could try and just play. There's a lot of agendas in R&D. One in HQ as well, which isn't ideal. 1 in 3 shot or a legwork. It could be a well-timed legwork, because with campaigns ticking down, that is usually when things start stockpiling up. Now, do they have clot? I don't think they did the last time we played them, but maybe they feel now is the time. So it's 2, 3, 4, rumor mill. And they're running on server 5. That's fine, we can res the next silver. And we can res both of these. But it means we do have to play defective brain chips to get this off, so that we can use Marcus Batty. Now, do they want to trash all of this? It's going to be expensive for them. They don't have a lot of money. They do have Katie Jones, sure, but yeah. Now seems like a good time to run RNG and take out Marcus Batty. Alrighty. Let's draw one. Let's draw another. And let's turn off rumor mill. Let's get Batty's back online. Next turn, I think we try and biotic out the ABT. Buying these pieces of ice. It's an expensive server, one way or the other. Could even put another Fairchild in front. So if they do clot us, Fairchild, go straight up here. And then we just try and find our last agenda and another biotic. So again, not exactly the brain damage style we were hoping for, but could do the job either way. Or maybe we get this scored and then we stick Edge of World in here. Try and do a brain damage with Marcus and hit them for 2, which would be okay. Or potentially more. So it'll be 2 plus 3 plus possibly 4. So room mills 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, presumably another one, 7, 8. And that's all we see at the moment. But only 2 more influence. So yeah, I think we're okay for clot. Alternatively, we put Fairchild here to make sure we don't get blown out on R&D. And the more they draw, the more chance of clot ending up in hand. So, defective brain chips is online. Marcus is here. They're making a run. with fewer than 3 clicks. So Fairchild is live. And they do have to break this. And we will... yes, they got to break pretty easily actually. So let's do a side game before they jack out. And spin 1. Apparently I just cannot play side games. So I presume they'll jack out here. My side game is weak. And to think people used to give out about how much of a game breaker Caprice Nice was. Maybe I should have let them run on. Res the next bronze. But we will go for our biotic play here. So I'll stick this into server 3. Biotic. And start advancing. Presumably there's going to be no more action. And we'll get this scored. And again, we'll leave it off. So it's kind of turned into a standard HP deck. Next turn, get Jackson in the server. Hedge fund, and I think we draw first. And then we'll send back Biotic, Batty, and either some sort of money card. Need to make a note to myself, put a dice somewhere near the laptop. So there's Surfer. And the engine is pretty much complete now. So if I have Sentry, I suppose they could run, use Refractor. Next turn, go for making it a code gate. And now they have a lot of money. A lot of ways in. We will res next bronze. Why not? It makes other things a little better. It, of course, is not going to cost them all that much money. Their best pick here is probably Jackson. Oh yeah, they've no money anyway. They could use this, but it's better served for keeping the stealth alive. So now their engine is well up and running. I think we stick with the plan. We cannot score, or we cannot put it into a server. They have too many stealth credits. So this be... So they take 12. Stealth credit and 3. Stealth credit and 3. We can tax them at the very least. So let's shimmy things up a little bit. Jackson into server 3. And we could friends. I think we see if we can tax them in any way at all. If it fails, we'll still be sending back our Biotic and Batty. So it's not too bad. At least this way we get to test their rig without the possibility of losing an agenda at the end of it. This also means Edge of World is really, really dangerous. So if they show a habit of running and getting through for a respectable amount of money, Edge of World becomes really, really good. With us on 6 points, they pretty much have to go for it. Make Fairchild 3 gain barrier, so they are going to be able to surfer their way through it. And yeah, multi-strategists and everything else means everything's going to be cheap and cheerful. And now you see the combo in action. So now they're hitting this. Paintbrush adds it, right? Yeah, gains it. So not too inexpensive for them. Let us send back Biotic Baddie, and let's go with an advanced assembly lines, because at least again we can just jam it in here. So the next turn around they will surfer, or they'll paintbrush this and surf all the way into the inside, which means Edge of World is our play if we want to go with scoring or putting something here. Alternatively, we just wait for Biotic Labour, score out of Vitruvius. We cannot tax them. They spent a total of 4 credits on that run, and it's only going to get cheaper as they surf their way through. So maybe we draw it for it. Draw. Actually, we could put Breaker Bay in here and Friends. But it does mean that HQ is really good then. Or we could draw again. And if it's Edge of World, slam that in. Or not. Now HQ is really good for them. Let's Friends. Let's go with a... Could do Adonis. Could do Adonis and this. And let's put this into server 3. We can resin trash to put Breaker Bay in. It's not really necessary, I don't think. Yeah, I think we'll just scrap that. Hope they don't work us. And all the clickless draw with Iron Marin. So now they have all the answers they need. And they're coming for R&D. So hopefully we can do 2 brains here. And look how free everything is. Let's see if we can do it. Let's spend 2. 2 credits for 2 brain damage. Yes. So, there we go. That's as good as it's going to get. We did 2 brain damage. They're just going to get to see 1 though, so not too much pressure being applied. And we know that all of our HQ, now HQ could be a really good run for them here. Just cost them 1, which is free. So good. But they see one of the useless ones. I am amazed that we got away with that. So, can we fund Biotic? I think if Biotic's up top, you take more shots at HQ. Let's get this rezzed. Start turn. Ravana's pretty good, actually. So, let's draw. So, all of these are really easy for them to deal with. That is the issue. Let's put silver on R&D. So 4 agendas in hand. That is brutal. And unfortunately, we just can't tax them out with all these recurring credits, plus the paper style of things. It just makes it impossible. So this is going to be 3 credits, which they have on lockpick, multi-threader. Take your pick. We will be R&D locked. However, we have all the agendas we need. Subs on silver. So the rig is efficient, but let's still make them pay the full amount. And they'll see 2, hopefully one of which will be a biotic labor. 1 Jackson already in the bin. 1 more batties to come. Another friends would be nice as well. So, advanced assembly lines can stick Ravana out here. There's next wave 2. Unfortunately, our current is offline now. But nothing else too exciting for them. Can we draw a biotic? Nope. Draw 1. Friends is good. Get a baddie and get a, I suppose, Daedalus. Now, baddie may make them steer clear of R&D, which is actually bad for us, because then they're running HQ, where there's loads of things to get. We could put Adonis out. We could put advanced assembly lines, actually. A new remote is better. And we'll use this to throw Ravana somewhere. Actually, no, we won't. Because then it becomes 4 out of 4. It's not a huge amount of difference, but who knows, we might get lucky again. So now, 19 cards. There are only 2 more agendas, I think. 4, 7, 8. I think 2 more agendas left in R&D, along with 2 biotic labours. But HQ is a problem. Running HQ will mess us up. That it could be an instant loss. I would really like to find Edge World, though. That's the humour in this deck. Person Workshop comes down really late, but it could be used for more RDIs, sports hoppers, good things like that. Nice. Netmarker is a great card if you're at all tempted to play stealth in other friends and I places. We cannot tax them out. All we can do is draw for biotic. Jackson's actually great to see right now. I think we hold on to friends. Hope to use a batty. So this into a new remote is going to get them a card. So I think we just stick it into server 3 instead. And then put Ravana on R&D. Don't think it's going to do a huge amount. But it might make things a little more difficult. One agenda in the bin. It's not making our lives that much better, but maybe a little. And they're coming for Jackson. Nope, they're not. Coming for HQ. Okay. So this is now barrier. So they pay 2, move it down, pay 2 again, move it down, and then pay 3. But count how many credits they've actually used. And Jackson will shuffle back our agenda and a handful of other good cards. So let's go with food, let's go with friends, and let's go for money. Or another friends. Nah, money. Now we're dealing with a 5-click runner, but all we need is one specific card. Actually, this is even better. So Edge of World goes into server 3, because they've been running everything we've thrown at them, so let's just credit up. Chances are they run again. Take 3 brain damage. Unfortunately, we can't kill them. That is the thing. Unless this baddie fires on Victor. So let's see. This is the issue about playing trap decks. But this could be glorious. Pay 3 brain damage. Beautiful. And then one more will kill them. But it is all dependent on them running. They have everything else, and they have no reason to suspect that there is an Edge of World or anything like that in this deck. And they have 5 clicks, so, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Please run it. Please run it. Take Katie Jones' money. Have a run. You're getting through for free. Oh, here we go. It's happening. So we're going to make it look like, you know, this is all part of the plan. Just code gates. Nothing to worry about here. You're getting through for free. You might as well just keep carrying on. So through for free. Probably paintbrush. Yep, or surfer, yeah. And now we show them the bad news. Ta-da! 5 brain damage. And we hit for indexing, which is a great get. 2 SMCs down, a levy down. Coming for HQ. Oh well, the dream is over. Now they will not run R&D, because if they get lucky, or if we get lucky with a brain damage, that's them done. But now they have to score both of these. Oh. We could be so close to brilliance and yet so close to disaster. Will they get another one? Are they going to break our hearts? They only need one more agenda, one more click. They have to run again. Ooh, big call. I would have expected another run. When you pick 2 out of 5, you have to feel that there's a good odds of hitting things. Now, do they use Aaron just in case of like Neural EMP? Well, they do. We cannot draw Biotic. Can we get anything here? Let's draw Victor or Ichi. Can mess them up a little bit. They don't have a clone chip. Do we have Batty in Archives? I don't think we do. We do not. So I think we have to draw. Draw again. And we need to install... Actually, we can install Architect and we can install Ichi. That seems okay. So Architect onto... So Ichi first. Because that's the sentry we want to hit with. Then we'll end our turn and we will use this to install Architect on HQ as well. So 1 and 4 if they run HQ. But now we have lots of sentries, which could be really good. So they have enough ways of surviving with the 0 hand size, which makes Neural EMP not that good. They're coming for R&D instead. Okay then. So it all comes down to a side game, really. So it all comes down to one side game. Alternatively, they would just win on R&D. Because they do have the hand size to get through at the moment. So it's going to be tight. It is going to be tight. So 4, 3, 6, 7. There's plenty of agendas left in there. So that is a problem. So let's... We could go for end the run, but let's live dangerously. And we do indeed do a brain damage. So now if they don't win on this turn, they lose in the best way possible. So breathe a sigh of relief on R&D. Now, can they get us on HQ? 1 and 4 shot. 2 sentries though. coming for archives. I don't think we have anything in there. No, thankfully not. That could have been heartbreaking had we just handed them the game. So 1 click left. Got our own HQ, I suppose. I don't know if they have any way of dealing with Architect. Or Ichi, really. Nope, they're just going to host. You have to discard to -1 at end of turn. I don't know if there's a window for Aaron between end of turn discard and just regular play. So, game ends in confusion. But yeah, -1 brain, or -1 hand size, 6 brain damage, and that is all she wrote. Hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching. We finally did it, finally hit them with lots of brain damage, and did what the deck is supposed to do. Thank you, Edge of World, our newest inclusion. You're going down in the Hall of Fame.